Teen mom Kailyn Lowry splits from fiancé Elijah Scott after 3 years and 3 kids together following rumors he cheated. Teen mom star Kailyn Lowry has officially confirmed the end of her 3-year relationship with longtime fiancé Elijah Scott, just months after fans speculated they were preparing for a long-term future together. The split comes as a surprise to many, especially since the couple had already built a family with 3 children and appeared to be navigating co-parenting and life in the public eye with relative stability. According to multiple sources close to the couple, the breakup follows rumors that Elijah Scott was unfaithful during their time together. While neither party has released an official statement, insiders say that Kailyn has chosen to focus on her children and move forward independently, distancing herself from Scott amid emotional strain and broken trust. Kailyn Lowry, best known for her appearances on MTV's 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom 2, has been open about the challenges of raising children under the scrutiny of reality television. Her relationship with Elijah Scott began around 2017, shortly after she finalized her divorce from the father of her first 2 sons, Javi Escobar. The couple quickly became a staple on social media, sharing glimpses into their parenting journey and romantic moments alike. Their bond seems strong, even amidst the pressures of fame, parenting, and past personal struggles. Over the years, they welcomed a daughter, Lux, in 2019, solidifying their status as a full-fledged family. Fans watched as Kailyn and Elijah navigated milestones, engagement, new parenthood, and the ups and downs of blended family life. Despite occasional drama, the pair often projected unity and love, making the recent news of their separation all the more shocking. While the couple maintained a united front publicly, there were subtle signs that things might not have been going smoothly behind closed doors. In recent months, Kailyn's social media presence became less focused on romance and more centered on self-care, independence, and her children. In one Instagram post from earlier this year, she wrote cryptically, "Sometimes you have to walk away not because you're done, but because you deserve better." Though she didn't name anyone directly, fans speculated it could be aimed at her relationship with Scott. Around the same time, rumors began circulating online suggesting that Elijah had been accused of cheating. These allegations were fueled by comments from anonymous sources and screenshots shared on fan forums. One such post claimed that Elijah had been spotted with another woman while on a solo trip out of town. Though never confirmed, these whispers added tension to what was already a strained situation between the couple. According to insiders, the final straw came when Kailyn reportedly discovered messages or evidence that led her to believe Elijah had indeed been unfaithful. She made the decision to separate from him permanently, prioritizing her mental health and the well-being of their children. The couple has since gone their separate ways, though they are expected to continue co-parenting their 3 kids, Isaiah, Creed, and Lux. Sources say communication between them is now minimal and strictly about child-related matters. A friend of Kailyn's told Radar Online, "She's heartbroken but trying to stay strong for the kids. She gave everything to make this work, but once trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild. She's focusing on healing now." Elijah Scott, who has remained silent on the matter, was previously known for his role as a supportive partner on Teen Mom. Unlike some of the other men featured on the show, he rarely courted controversy and instead took a backseat to Kailyn's journey, appearing mostly in family-oriented posts. But over time, tensions reportedly surfaced. Friends of both parties suggest that the pressure of being in the spotlight, combined with the demands of raising 3 young children, may have contributed to the breakdown in their relationship. There were also financial strains. Kailyn, who has been the primary earner through her TV appearances and brand partnerships, has spoken openly about the difficulties of managing money while balancing motherhood. Elijah, meanwhile, faced legal issues in the past, including a 2020 arrest related to a domestic incident involving Kailyn, which likely added stress to their dynamic. Despite those challenges, many believed the couple would find a way to work through their problems. That belief was further reinforced when Elijah proposed to Kailyn in early 2020 in a sweet, socially distanced ceremony due to the pandemic. At the time, Kailyn shared the moment with her followers, writing, "I said yes. I couldn't imagine my life without him. He's my best friend, my partner, my everything." Now that engagement ring appears to have been returned or put aside, and the wedding plans that fans eagerly anticipated seem to be off the table. Since the split, Kailyn has kept a relatively low profile, opting for privacy rather than public commentary. However, she has hinted at her emotional state through social media posts that reflect her current mindset. In one video posted recently, she addressed her followers directly. "It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to grieve a relationship that no longer serves you. It's okay to take your time and heal." Her message resonated with fans, many of whom praised her strength and vulnerability. Others expressed disappointment over the breakup, noting how much they admired the couple's commitment to family despite their differences. Kailyn has also been seen spending quality time with her children, reinforcing the idea that she's placing her energy where it matters most. Meanwhile, she's been working on rebuilding her personal life and exploring new opportunities beyond reality TV. As for Elijah Scott, little is known about his next steps following the split. He has yet to make any public statements about the situation, and his social media activity has significantly decreased in recent weeks. Some speculate that he may step back from the public eye altogether, choosing to focus on his personal growth and relationship with his children. Others believe he may eventually address the cheating rumors if they continue to circulate. What is clear is that the end of this relationship marks a turning point for both parties. For Kailyn, it represents a chance to reclaim her independence and prioritize her own happiness. For Elijah, it may serve as a lesson in accountability and the importance of integrity in relationships. Kailyn and Elijah's relationship was, at times, a source of inspiration for fans who followed their journey. They showed that even in the face of adversity past relationships, parenting challenges, and public scrutiny, it was possible to build something meaningful. Their story also highlights the complexities of modern relationships, particularly when raised under the lens of reality television. Trust, communication, and mutual respect are essential ingredients, and when those foundations are shaken, even the strongest bonds can falter. Throughout their time together, Kailyn remained a vocal advocate for single mothers and women navigating difficult breakups. Now, as she embarks on this new chapter alone, she continues to serve as a symbol of resilience and empowerment. As the dust settles on this breakup, fans will undoubtedly continue to follow Kailyn's journey closely. Whether she returns to reality TV, pursues new business ventures, or simply focuses on raising her children, one thing remains certain. Kailyn Lowry is determined to write her own story on her own terms. For now, she seems content with solitude, reflection, and the quiet joy of watching her children grow. And while this chapter ends with sadness, it also opens the door to possibility of future filled with hope, healing, and the promise of starting over. Breakups are never easy, especially when they play out in the public eye. But for Kailyn Lowry, this split may ultimately prove to be a necessary step toward personal growth and inner peace. With her children by her side and a loyal fan base cheering her on, she's proving that even in the face of heartbreak, there's always room for renewal, and sometimes, walking away is the bravest thing you can do. As for Elijah Scott, only time will tell what path he chooses moving forward. But for now, the focus remains on Kailyn and the powerful message she's sending to women everywhere. You are worthy of love, respect, and a life free from betrayal. Here's to new beginnings, fresh starts, and the strength it takes to let go. Kailyn Lowry makes surprise teen mom return. In a move that has taken fans and the reality TV world by surprise, Kailyn Lowry has made a stunning return to the teen mom franchise. Known for her raw honesty, emotional journey, and at times controversial presence on the show, Kailyn's unexpected reappearance has sparked a wave of excitement, speculation, and curiosity across social media and entertainment news outlets. For years, Kailyn had distanced herself from the teen mom brand, choosing instead to focus on her personal growth, parenting journey, and building her own platform through social media and podcasting. Her departure from the MTV series was marked by public feuds, behind-the-scenes drama, and a desire to reclaim her narrative outside the confines of reality television. However, with this surprise return, it seems that Kailyn is ready to revisit a chapter of her life that helped shape her into the woman she is today. Kailyn first entered the spotlight in 2009 as one of the original cast members of Teen Mom, a spin-off of the hit reality series 16 and Pregnant. Alongside fellow young mothers Farrah Abraham, Amber Portwood, and Leah Messer, Kailyn became an instant fan favorite. Her story resonated deeply with viewers. She was just 17 when she gave birth to her son, Cameron, and like many teen parents, she faced immense challenges navigating motherhood while still figuring out who she was as a person. Her early seasons were filled with heartbreak, particularly regarding her relationship with Cameron's father, Joe Rivera. The couple's rocky dynamic played out on national television, giving viewers a front-row seat to the difficulties of co-parenting under pressure. Despite the drama, Kailyn remained a strong and determined figure, often using her platform to speak candidly about the realities of teen pregnancy and single parenthood. As the seasons progressed, Kailyn began to evolve both personally and publicly. She eventually moved on from Joe and found love again with Javi Mariquin, with whom she shares 2 sons, Carson and Gabriel. Her relationship with Javi brought new dynamics to the show, including their eventual breakup and subsequent co-parenting challenges. Through it all, Kailyn continued to be open about her struggles, whether they involved custody battles, mental health, or balancing her career with raising 3 children. She also began to take more control over her image and message, launching her own blog, podcast, and YouTube channel. These platforms allowed her to connect directly with fans without the filter of reality TV producers or editorial oversight. Her honesty and vulnerability struck a chord with audiences, many of whom saw her not just as a reality star, but as a relatable voice for millennial moms everywhere. Despite her success off-camera, Kailyn's time on Teen Mom was not without controversy. Over the years, tensions flared between her and other cast members, most notably Janelle Evans. Their feud became one of the most talked-about aspects of the show, with both women airing grievances publicly through interviews, social media posts, and even legal action. The drama spilled over into the production of the show, and eventually, Kailyn decided that the stress wasn't worth it anymore. In 2020, Kailyn announced she was leaving the franchise entirely, citing the need to protect her mental health and prioritize her children. She expressed frustration over what she described as manipulative editing and a lack of creative control. For many fans, it felt like the end of an era. Kailyn had been a constant presence on the show since its inception, and her absence left a noticeable void. Following her exit from Teen Mom, Kailyn focused on rebuilding her life and career away from the spotlight. She continued to grow her online presence, launched a successful line of skincare products, and became an advocate for mental health awareness. She also started dating Elijah Watson, with whom she shares a daughter, Lux. The couple's relationship was often featured on her social media channels, giving fans glimpses into her happy and stable family life. Kailyn also used this time to reflect on her past experiences and how far she'd come. In interviews and on her podcast, she spoke openly about therapy, healing from trauma, and learning to set boundaries. Many fans admired her resilience and applauded her efforts to turn pain into purpose. So, why now? That's the question on everyone's mind. While Kailyn has yet to give a detailed explanation for her return, sources close to the situation suggest that she felt the timing was right to reconnect with fans and address some unresolved issues. There may also be a financial incentive, as the Teen Mom franchise remains one of the most lucrative in reality TV history. But beyond the business aspect, there's a sense that Kailyn wants to reclaim her legacy. She spent years watching old footage resurface, hearing others talk about her decisions, and seeing her story reduced to headlines and memes. By returning to the show, she's taking back control and ensuring that her voice is heard loud and clear. Her return episode, which aired earlier this month, was a ratings smash. Fans tuned in en masse to see how much Kailyn had changed and what she had to say about everything that had happened since her departure. From the moment she stepped onto the screen, it was clear that she hadn't lost her edge or her authenticity. She addressed rumors head-on, clarified misunderstandings, and offered heartfelt reflections on her journey. One of the most anticipated moments came when Kailyn was asked about her former castmates. She spoke with surprising grace and maturity, acknowledging the hurt but also expressing forgiveness where appropriate. She even hinted at possible future reunions or collaborations, suggesting that time really does heal wounds. The response to Kailyn's return has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media erupted with reactions, with hashtags like "Welcome Back Kailyn" and "Real Talk" trending within hours of the episode's release. Fans praised her for being unapologetically honest and for showing incredible growth. Some even admitted that they missed her presence on the show, calling her the heart of Teen Mom during its peak years. Fellow cast members have also weighed in. Amber Leutner posted a supportive message on Instagram, writing, "It's good to see you back where you belong." Even those who had previously clashed with Kailyn, including Janelle Evans, acknowledged her courage in making such a bold move. Of course, not everyone is convinced that this is a permanent return. Some speculate that Kailyn may only appear for a few episodes or a special reunion-style segment. Others believe she could become a recurring guest, offering insight and commentary on current events within the Teen Mom universe. Kailyn's return could signal a broader effort by MTV to reinvigorate the Teen Mom brand. Ratings have fluctuated in recent years, with newer iterations of the show struggling to capture the same level of cultural relevance as the original. Bringing back a beloved and iconic cast member like Kailyn could help bridge the gap between old and new fans, reminding audiences why the franchise was so groundbreaking in the first place. Additionally, Kailyn's presence brings a level of credibility and depth to the show. She's not just another young mom navigating life on camera, she's someone who has lived through the highs and lows, made mistakes, learned from them, and grown stronger. Her perspective adds value not only to the storytelling, but also to the conversations around teen pregnancy, parenting, and personal development. There's also potential for spin-off content featuring Kailyn. With her existing digital footprint and loyal fan base, she could easily transition into a mentorship role or host her own web series alongside the main show. The possibilities are endless, and it's clear that Kailyn is not afraid to explore new avenues. As Kailyn continues her journey on Teen Mom, fans can expect more of what made her a standout in the first place: honesty, emotion, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Whether she's discussing her relationships, her parenting style, or her personal growth, Kailyn remains committed to sharing her truth without apology. In a world where reality TV often feels scripted or manufactured, Kailyn Lowry stands out as a rare breed and authentic voice in a sea of curated personas. Her surprise return is not just a win for the show, but for anyone who has ever struggled to find their footing and fought to rise above adversity. As the season unfolds, one thing is certain: Kailyn is back, and she's not holding anything back. Teen Mom's Amber Portwood says she'll wait forever for daughter Leah, 16, to forgive her. In a recent interview that has captured the attention of fans and critics alike, Teen Mom star Amber Portwood opened up about her ongoing efforts to reconnect with her teenage daughter, Leah. The former reality TV personality, who rose to fame on MTV's 16 and Pregnant and later Teen Mom, is now in her late 20s and reflecting deeply on her past actions and how they've impacted her relationship with her now 16-year-old daughter. Portwood, who gave birth to Leah in 2009 when she was just 17 years old, has had a tumultuous journey through motherhood, public scrutiny, legal troubles, and personal growth. In a candid conversation with a national publication, she admitted that while she has worked hard to rebuild her life after years of instability, including incarceration, substance abuse, and highly publicized relationships, her most important mission remains earning back the trust of her estranged daughter. I would wait forever if I had to, Portwood said during the interview. Leah deserves everything good in this world. And if waiting means giving her the space and time she needs to heal from what I put us both through, then I'll wait. From the moment Leah was born, her life was documented for millions of viewers across multiple seasons of MTV's Teen Mom. While many families have used the platform to share their struggles and triumphs in hopes of helping others, the constant exposure often came at a cost. For Leah, growing up under the lens of reality television meant that every family argument, emotional breakdown, and parenting misstep was broadcast publicly. As Leah grew older, she became increasingly aware of the scrutiny surrounding her parents' lives, especially her mother's. Portwood's battles with addiction, her controversial relationships, and her eventual prison sentence painted a complicated picture of motherhood that was difficult for a young girl to process. By the time Leah entered her teenage years, the emotional toll of being raised in such an environment began to surface more clearly. In interviews over the years, Portwood has acknowledged the pain she caused her daughter, but it wasn't until recently that she truly began to grasp the depth of Leah's hurt. She's not angry, I don't think she even knows how to feel yet, Portwood shared. She's confused. She wants love, she wants stability, she wants answers. But she also doesn't know if she can trust me to give her those things consistently. The rift between mother and daughter widened significantly during Portwood's prison stint, which lasted from 2019 to early 2023. During that time, Leah primarily lived with her father, Andrew Glennon, and his new wife, with limited contact with her mother. Though letters were exchanged, visits were infrequent due to the distance and restrictions associated with incarceration. Since her release, Portwood has been working tirelessly to re-establish a relationship with Leah. However, the road has been anything but smooth. Leah, now a teenager navigating high school, friendships, and self-identity, has reportedly been hesitant to open up to her mother again. She's been through so much already, and a lot of it was because of my choices, Portwood reflected. I can't change the past. I can't undo the damage. But I can be here now, I can be present. I can listen without judgment, and I can let her lead the way. Sources close to the situation say that Leah has expressed mixed emotions toward her mother. On one hand, she understands that Amber made mistakes, but she also feels abandoned and unsure of whether her mother will stay consistent in her life this time around. Leah has grown up seeing her mom make promises and break them, a friend of the family explained. She wants to believe in Amber, but she's scared to get hurt again. It's like she's holding on to hope, but she's afraid to let go and actually trust. Despite the emotional setbacks, Portwood says she is committed to doing whatever it takes to rebuild trust with her daughter, even if it means taking a step back and allowing Leah to set the pace. I'm not going to push her, she said. If she needs space, I'll give her space. If she needs silence, I'll respect that. But I will always be here. I will always be ready to talk when she's ready to listen. Since her release from prison, Portwood has taken significant steps toward personal accountability. She has maintained sobriety, enrolled in therapy, and begun working with mental health professionals to better understand her trauma and how it affected her parenting. Additionally, she has started volunteering with organizations that support at-risk youth and teen mothers, hoping to use her story as a cautionary tale and source of encouragement. I want Leah to see that I'm trying, she said. Not just for her, but for myself too.